My name is Tolu Elizabeth Asubiaro, the creative director of Elizabeth Ash Interiors, mother to 3 amazing children and wife to an amazing, wonderful husband. I started my life in the UK. I was born in the UK and moved to Nigeria. I started falling in love with interior design when I was at an early age of my life, because what I remember vividly was I love rearranging our living room. Our living room was my play area for learning to where I am today. Back then, we used to have these 2 amazing units that I would either separate them as a restyling because I get bored easily, and I'll merge them together just to get a different feel. So I get really bored, and in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and I will do all these things. To my amazement, I see the joy on my parents' faces when I've rearranged the old space. We have a 3-seater sofa and 2 armchairs, and I'll rearrange them and put them in 2 different places just to get a different feel of how the living room would look and feel. And I always feel proud when I see the delight and the joy on their faces when I've done that. After then, I moved back to the United Kingdom and I took a short course in interior design. While I was taking that short course, I didn't really like it. I actually not someone that likes studying distance. I like to be in a classroom. Then I just abandoned the course. While I was at uni, I was doing a part-time job at McDonald's. While I was at McDonald's, they made me a customer care assistant. Customer care was just a glorified cleaner because I'm always cleaning the lobby area, ensuring the lobby area is clean and welcoming for any customers that comes into McDonald's at the time. So you could tell now that anything to do with making sure spaces are tidy, they knew that, and they made me a customer care assistant. So that was what I was at McDonald's at the time. Then from McDonald's, I finished uni, moved to a corporate job, started with Merrill Lynch Investment Bank. And from there, I was just contracting in IT environment. Shortly after all that, I never got satisfaction in it, even though I was getting good pay from all this job, but the satisfaction was never there. And that left a unfulfilling aspect to my life. And I kept questioning myself, like, am I really on the path that I should be on? And I knew there was a void there, and I had to cry to God and ask Him, what is it that is my purpose in life? Then there was an incident that happened, because a lot of people would tell me, but because they're familiar people to me, I think they're just being nice to me. But I really wanted a confirmation from God. And I met this lady, a stranger in TK Maxx. I've just prayed to God that God should show me a sign if interior design was actually my thing, or maybe it was just people around me being nice. Then that day, a stranger walked up to me and asked me that, do you think these 2 accessories will work together? And I was gobsmacked, because I've just prayed to God to show me a sign, and a stranger walked up to me and asked me the question. And that was where I knew that there was something here. That day, even though I got that confirmation, you would have thought I would leave my 9 to 5 and go straight into interior design. I still had my doubts. The volume of the doubt was just lowered. It wasn't as amplified like the original time that I would be asking. So I was still doing interior design on one side, still doing my corporate job, and I was still doing both together, but they were conflicting. There was a time I wasn't getting clients, but I was just excited and happy that I had my day job. But equally, I wasn't fulfilled still. And I told my mentor at the time, I said to her, I really want to go back to my day job and just pack this thing up, because I'm broke. Money's not coming in, and a girl is going to have money. So if I'm broke and not having clients coming in, so what's the point of me going after this thing called interior design? Even though I've heard God's voice. So as human as I am, I prayed to God. Actually, I think I was on a 21 days fast during that time. It was in July. I remember July 2023, I was fasting, and Saturday I spoke to my mentor about it. We went away and I spoke to her about this incident, that I want to go back to my day job, that I've got personal commitment. Guess what? The Monday after that conversation, I got a text. It was a text. How do you feel about designing a property in Washington, D.C.? I was like, what? I looked at the text. I shut it back down. I thought it wasn't for me. When even though I saw the text, it was in front of me, I still have doubts. Like, is that for me? That moment when I was able to take everything in, that was the moment I knew that it is. I better go for it, because a lot of people out there do courses to even get interior design gigs. How much more? That's something that just fell on my laps without me praying for it. Yeah, I wanted global visibility, but I never really took it serious. I never think it was going to come that immediate. So I went for it, and that was where I just thought, I'm taking a leap of faith and I'm just going to go with it. Has the journey been easy? No, but it's worth it. The thing about doubt is, if you want to do something, as long as you seek God's face, I'm a believer of seeking God's face. Listen to people around you and just wait on God. God will show you in his own unique way. Remember what I said? He showed me at TK Maxx, a stranger walked up to me. Remember, I went back to my mentor. I said to her that I want to go back to 9 to 5. And I got a gig. It will show the sign. You need to be patient. You need to wait on God. Don't rush anything. And make sure that thing that you want to do, it's you. You're not copying other people. It's for you. Because if you run someone else's race, you won't hear the voice. So make sure it's your thing that you're going for. You need to know your why, and you need to know why you're going for it, because that's what will keep you going, and that's what will keep you asking the question. Make sure you can feel yourself. Make sure you're aware of who you are as a person, because if you're not aware of yourself, then you start copying what other people are doing. I try to silence all the voices, all the things people are doing around me, and zero in on myself. So I've got a coach that will say, make sure you sit with yourself. So I always do that, so I can listen to myself and have that still voice. And when God also meditate and speak to me. So that's how I would say you should overcome your doubt or your path or your journey in life.